Hello, it's Icy. I'm back with some information for Morrowind. So, these are my tips of how to prepare for Morrowind, which will release on the 6th of the 6th, 2017. From this recording, about 6 weeks. Very exciting. So, this information is publicly available to the public. This is the official patch notes from the official forums, which do not require signing in. So this should be safe for me to post. As it's public, it should not be covered under any non-disclosure agreements. Here's hoping. So, for housing, there are 3 new houses that have been announced so far in these notes. In Morrowind, the first is an inn room in Vivec City in the Saint Dylan Canton, which is the large pyramidal rounded structures that Vivec City is made out of. You can see these if you ever play Morrowind, the original Morrowind, and obviously when the Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind releases later. So, what you need to do to get this one is just complete the Friend in Need quest, which presumably will be coming from a quest giver in Morrowind as opposed to one of the original ones who's in your Alliance's starting city. And then it costs, the room costs 3,000 gold. So it's an inn room, pretty much. So, who knows what it looks like on the inside? Don't know. So the second one is the Old Velothi Harbour House, which is near Nissus. Now Nissus is on the northern coast of Morrowind, in the Ashland area, and as it says, it's a bug style house. So basically it'll be like a bone mold style house. Presumably it will look similar to the ones that are in that area in Nissus in the original Morrowind. So if that's the case, it's sort of like a sort of an arched dome structure, door at the front. You go in, there's one level, and then usually there's another level buried underground. So don't know, we'll assume that that's the case. Now I'm also assuming that these are going in order, so small, medium, large, presumably, in which case if the Old Velothi house is a medium house, you're kind of talking around 300 to 4,000 gold as a purchase price. And then you've got the Amaya Lake Lodge, and it's saying an opulent luxury country lodge. So opulent is implying large. I'm sure if it was a noble house, I'm sure that they would actually be saying it was a noble house. So I'm just assuming large. And it's built by Dark Elves of a earlier and more expansive area. Walled estate, grand multi-story house, roof, balcony. Now, it's sort of further south, closer to Balmora, so I am assuming that we're talking Balmora style architecture, which is sort of, I guess you'd say, like mud brick walls, sort of quite curved, quite clean lines. Very nice, I guess. But hey, I was always a veteran, so I will be going for the Old Velothi house, not any of this Lalu stuff. So, anyway, if it is a large house, then you're probably talking around the 1.4, 1.5 million gold in-game gold. If it's a noble house, you'd be talking sort of 3 million plus. So he's hoping it's a large house, not a noble one. Now, the note here is you do need to have done the achievements to purchase these houses for in-game gold, which means if you want to purchase these houses for in-game gold, you do require Morrowind. If, however, you just want to purchase them with crowns, you can bypass the achievement requirement and just buy them, which means you don't need Morrowind. You can just buy them straight up. When you leave your front door, you're taken back to your last location. So it could be it's an option for somebody who wants a new house, doesn't want to actually buy or play Morrowind. So, new furnishing plans. Am I gonna cough? I think I'm alright right now. I'm still sick. You can probably tell from the sound of my voice, so. Oh well. Okay, so new furnishing vendors, Drops No Glass, and Zipper. They are both in St. Delen's Inn. So if nothing else, the cantons in Morrowind Test 3, I'm going to say to clarify it from here, were really hard to navigate around because they're really kind of like there's multiple levels. And there's multiple paths getting to the multiple levels, and there's multiple exits on multiple levels, and there's kind of this weird loopy kind of thing going on. So even if you're not planning to use the in-room, I would buy it just to give yourself a fast travel location inside one of the cantons just to get easily to the finishers. Just a little tip there. There are also 2 battleground finishers who presumably will sell you achievement-based furnishings for doing the battleground stuff, and they're in the Gladiators' Quarters in Vivek City. So, your luxury finisher in Cold Harbour, Xanor Theron, is still going to be selling different things on the weekends, and the update themes, it says, will highlight Morrowind. So, of course, he's in Cold Harbour, not in Morrowind, so even if you don't have the Morrowind expansion, you still should be able to access at least some super interesting bits and pieces. Now, also, more things. Daedric furnishing plans available from treasure chests on Dark Anchors. So, once again, available for everybody. Also, from Killing Humanoid Daedra, you might pick them up as well. Dwarven furnishing plans, awesome, from Dwarven Ruins, so mostly that's delves, but there's also 1 or 2 public dungeons, and also there's dwarves in Rothgar as well, in one of the public dungeons there, so definitely worthwhile. And also you might get cogs and gears which can be displayed as items in the house as opposed to just junk to sell. Justice related furnishings, so things you can steal from people's pockets and from their safe boxes. So if you are starting a new character and you're charging through the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood quest lines, that's also helpful. Treasure chests are going to have the new Morrowind paintings, so if you have any maps at the moment, I would save them again if you've got the inventory space until you get to Morrowind, and until Morrowind releases, and then go and open all your treasure maps to give you the best chance of getting the new paintings. The Ashlanders of Vardenfell will have daily quests, and sometimes you'll get furnishing plans for dishware. Now, I'm a huge pottery buff, in-game and out, so this is definitely to my taste, so I will be doing those. Now, it says, or directly rewarded a type of dining knife that the Ashlanders favour. Now, I'm assuming that this is a Test 3 reference, and to be honest, I don't remember what it's referring to. So if you do know, let me know below, because I've totally forgotten. Don't know what that one is. Harvesting reward furnishings as well for harvesting in Vardenfell, and the Ancestral Tombs, which are a big part of Test 3 and presumably the new one. Every house had its own tomb, and I think lots of the smaller houses as well, so if they've also got unique furnishings, and most of the tombs in Elder Scrolls have lots of containers, so I'm assuming that the Dunmer Ancestral Tombs will be the same. So, awesome. Collectibles, furnishing collectibles, there is so this says that there's a Vardenfell scale model that's been completed. Now presumably you get a copy of that to put in your house when it's done, which would be awesome. That would be so cool. And you also get both trophies now for completing trials and dungeons on normal. You get a trophy, and on veteran you get the bust. So if you're like me and dungeons and trials are not your thing, but occasionally you might do a normal, you've now got a chance to pick up a trophy, which is great, which is really, really cool. I'm happy with that. Now, what else do we have here? Okay, so the other really important thing, which is further down in here somewhere. Oh no, notes. I actually have notes on this. Okay, so this is important for your preparation for Morrowind. They are changing the writ rewards slightly. So currently you can buy a random purple recipe from Iceaalu, the writ reward person, for 10 writ rewards. You can get a random purple. After Morrowind, that will cost you 25 writ rewards, and there will be a new blue level at 10. So, if you are after as many purple recipes as possible, well, just to be honest, as many recipes as possible, you should be spending those now. Now, I will say, which is something I've just thought of, think about though, when you're choosing to spend them now or after, obviously the table of purple recipes after the release are going to include the purple recipes from Morrowind, presumably. So, get them now, get them after, up to you? Oh, I don't know. But yeah, so, I mean, obviously after Morrowind drops, there'll be the chance to pick up the Morrowind purple recipes, I assume. So, the other thing to be aware of is if you are interested in crafting skeletons, that there will be a new trial quality, or two trial quality skeletons who can take basically enough damage for like a whole group, so you can test a whole group's DPS, and that requires massive amounts of stuff, so that's another reason to save up your writ vouchers as well, if that is something that you're interested in. So, that's about it really. So in summary, save up your money, think about how you want to spend your writ reward vouchers, either before or after. Go off and farm for so many Heartwood and Regulus and Bast and all the rest of it, because there's going to be a lot of new furniture to craft to fill these new houses. And I think that's about it really. Oh, no, that was it. One more thing. So, one of the other notes in here is they have specifically said that they've corrected visuals for items missing textures on one side which appear hollow for furnishings. I don't know, but that may include, which would be fantastic, that may include the Orcish block platform. So when you look at it from underneath, maybe it doesn't have open sides. Maybe that means that some other things that can be turned over you can actually use as other flooring services now. Don't know. So if anybody was on the PTS, that would be a great thing for them to check, to see if that's been cleaned up. Anyway, I hope that that's been useful for you. So in summary, again, save up your money to buy a new house, save up your materials to furnish the new house, think about how you want to use your writ reward vouchers. So yeah, very exciting. So looking forward very much to playing Morrowind. Oh, so looking forward, honestly. Just really, really looking forward to it. Anyway, give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Do let me know what you think below. What are you looking forward to in Morrowind? Just the housing, other stuff? And I will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.